What's going on, y'all? Today we got the Grizzlies are becoming the most hated team in the NBA. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
That was crazy. That was crazy, man.
The Grizzlies are becoming the most hated team in the NBA.
And some people on the gram.
The Warriors, Donovan, Minnesota, LeBron.
Hold on, let me talk about it. Because some people on the gram, they was really saying that wasn't on accident. That was on accident. Are you dumb? You can't, like, I mean, it was a lot of non-basketball players. Some people was just saying his momentum did that. Like, are you, bro, stop. I understand why people say United States, 75% of people are not in the see, I'm one of them. Let me shut the fuck up.
The list keeps growing. Even Unk. They call Shannon Sharp a regular pedestrian. The Grizzlies were loved by everyone just 2 seasons ago. There was tangible excitement during Ja Morant's rookie season, excitement for development of the younger players. But the Grizzlies are ahead of timeline, and while there's nothing wrong with that,
who do you
I ain't gonna lie, bro,
as you're studying and say, we're gonna have to run through them?
Celtics.
No one in the West.
Nah, I'm fine in the West.
all right, let him cook.
That's a little disrespectful,
struggling Warriors.
I don't mind the confidence. I don't mind the hunger.
Of the Grizzlies' attitude. A declaration that they believe they are better than every team in the West. And
that's how you should be saying.
Morant said that he would have cooked Jordan. The confidence is there.
I would have cooked them too.
But what this lack towards a sense of respect towards the other
you gotta show respect.
By saying they only
Cook Jordan is crazy
and could run through the West, it's as if they don't even need to worry, game plan, or care for the rest of the league.
Oh my God, he rose up though. Hold on, I'm sorry, y'all. I hear what he's saying, but damn.
The Grizzlies went on an 11-game win streak and are capable of beating any team, but they are in light years ahead of other teams and also just lost 5 straight. In fact, while the Grizzlies are the number 2 seed, they're the only top 10 team in the West with a losing record against the West. Maybe the comment should have been, I'm fine in the East. Or honestly, Dylan should take that time to worry about his fit. What is that?
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
But if you're fine with this content, subscribe, because over 75%
what
of you
is that? I don't
2
know,
big
man.
videos next week. Appreciate it. While everyone
90% of y'all not.
sponsors, there is one thing that's similar with the Suns, who have actually become the most hated team in the NBA, and that's acting as if they won a chip without actually winning a chip, and seem to be pissing off fans and players everywhere. But how did we get here, and why is this so dangerous? What is up, dudes? So that's Ballers Players. It's your boy MJ. Everyone's been happy for a success, a younger team figuring it out, and for the past decade, the Grizzlies represent grit and grind. Their playstyle was slow and frustrate teams. Now they're a much faster team with Ja at the helm, Jaren Jackson Jr. playing great defense, and Dylan Brooks playing football. What are you doing? With a lot more celebrations, and I have no issue with it. Celebrate away.
Nah, I'm jacking him. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Y'all know I'm a young buck, man.
You're enjoying the game. You have Ja talking smack on a consistent basis, and if you're backing it up, that's fine, as long as you're not just doing it when you're up, as the Suns do. So as long as
shoot some free throws, only of the night.
You know, when Ja was drafted, some were saying, oh, well, that's the consolation.
Brian gets excited.
And while they're up, put his elbow into LeBron. The Grizzlies go up by 5, but LeBron's referencing the idea of the Grizzlies finally being good and trash talking now, when they are quote-unquote up, not just a few years ago when the Lakers were better. This all happened over a year ago and didn't get thought of as much, but it's resurfaced. Most of the smoke has been for Ja, since he's been the one that's been the loudest, like him celebrating scoring on a 10-day contract player, and the majority of fans are fed up. Yeah, they're saying they're worse than the Suns. Because the Grizzly players have already called themselves a dynasty and haven't even made the Western Conference Final. I don't know, man. Saying you're a dynasty before even winning a single chip is wild. Saying you're a dynasty before you've even been to the Western Conference Finals is wild. So is Taco Bell. So Taco Bell, sponsor me. Which one? And while it may be fun to trash talk the Lakers now, where was this attitude 2-3 years ago? But nothing was as bad as what they tried to do with the Warriors. The Grizzlies publicly stated, near demanded, that they play the Warriors on Christmas. And they got what they wanted, but it started much earlier, almost a year ago.
Oh my God.
After the Grizzlies beat a Warriors
did
team
him
without
bad.
Curry, Clay, and Green in March 2022, Jaren Jackson Jr., who didn't even play, tweeted "strength in numbers." You know, the Warriors slogan. You had Dylan Brooks out here on his Kobe type
Oh
beat?
nah. Yo,
Why
Brooks,
does everyone like to trash
chill,
talk the
Brooks.
Warriors without Curry? First,
I don't
it was
like Brooks,
winners
though. I ain't gonna
work,
lie. I
and
don't like
now
Brooks.
This? But the Grizzlies
I don't
were
like how
fed
he
up with
act.
the
I don't
Andre
like his
Iguodala
attitude,
situation.
man.
Remember when the Warriors traded
need to
Iguodala to the
smile a little
Grizzlies to
more.
get more
He
cap
don't
space
smile
to get
enough.
D'Angelo Russell, and Iggy
Word.
refused to play for the Grizzlies in 2020? The Grizzlies were supposed to be trash, but were in the playoff hunt, and while they agreed to trade Iggy early on the season, they didn't find a trade. And Iggy got frustrated, like, come on bro, I'm trying to get to a contender, and the rest of the Grizzlies felt disrespected. After a game in 2022, Dylan said, "We had a vision, he didn't." Ja liked the tweet saying F Iguodala, so Iggy being back on the Warriors probably meant more to the Grizzlies. And they beat the Chuck E. Cheese Warriors in the 2021 play-in game. But considering that the Grizzlies also faced the Warriors in last year's playoffs and trash-talked them before, yeah, it seems like they haven't learned their lesson.
There was this one player on the Grizzlies who tweeted strength in numbers after they beat us in the regular season, and it pissed me off so much. I can't wait to retweet that thing. Freaking bum.
Yeah, players remember that, and yeah, they take it
Yeah.
to heart. But the Grizzlies
That's a fact. You gotta
have been
back
winning
it up.
this
You
season.
know what I'm saying? I know you gotta back it up. I know I say I like trash talk. I like the confidence. But you gotta be able to back it up. You gotta go out there and play your heart out. You know.
You can too with Prize Picks, the sponsor
And
today's
the
video.
trash talk gotta
You
be
need
secondary.
to
Trash
You've
talk
seen me
gotta
crush
come.
it 7 times
Gotta
for
come
Prize
secondary.
Picks.
You gotta
Using
come.
the promo
come
code
to play first.
MJ2K, you get
Real.
100% into deposit match up to $100. It's daily fantasy made you
My
get paid.
fault, bro. Get your money
Sports
though.
with
You know what I'm saying?
he's second in for winning.
They ain't paid me
He's
though,
one of
so-
the most in the play. Download Prize Picks. Sign up.
Okay,
Dylan
I'm
has a
bugging.
scary level of confidence and is one of the most annoying players in the NBA without being good or winning. He pushed Curry in the playoffs.
Look, he doing the
and
dance and
complaining
shit. He don't even
doesn't
smile,
He's
like-
second in technical fouls in the league right now. But this attitude that we're better than champions, that we're already a dynasty with only 1.5 seasons of being actually good, is the attitude that gets them in trouble. At the highest level, mentality plays a huge role in how players and teams perform. Most NBA players are beyond athletic and skilled, capable of balling out. But how many times have we seen great teams and players lose to a bad team in the regular season and wonder why? It's because they just didn't get excited or get serious enough. Or you have teams that seemingly only play good against good teams because they get locked in but can't be consistent. And perhaps more importantly,
Play
there
up
are
to the
certain
competition.
teams and players
Play up
you
and play
don't
down to the competition. I know plenty. You know what I'm saying? Me and my high school team was one of the teams like that. We play up and down to our competition sometimes, but sometimes we do blow niggas
trash
out.
talk.
27-point lead. Down goes Johnson. 3
That
Well, my last shit was
you
bad
don't
for us.
feel
We
the
was getting
fire.
cooked.
Reggie Miller
We was
said
getting
how he
cooked.
got absolutely cooked after trash talking Jordan, as if a flip just switched on. Players have said that trash talking to Kevin Garnett has led to Garnett getting even crazier. Curry at halftime reads the hate to get pumped up. It's why players choose to hold their tongue, to not give more motivation to the other team. So rather than rattling off, you choose your battles if you want to win. Or you win a championship and you're allowed a little bit more leeway. 4 days after the "we're fine" comments, the Grizzlies faced off against the Warriors without Curry and lost. It's almost as if the Grizzlies
Still
have
lost.
intentionally put a target on their backs that champions do. We're talking about a game of margins. The extra 1 to 2% matters. The one thing the
That's a
Grizzlies
fact.
don't do is run from smoke. They invite it, whether it's New Orleans
And now Najee Marshall made a move towards
or even the Suns.
with a great defensive play by Torrey Craig.
That's respect. They demanded to play the Warriors in Christmas and lost. Damn. Clay really taunting Dylan Brooks while he was on the floor. That's tough. Ja has been the pioneer of the team's trash talk. He's been fearless and hasn't been afraid to get into it with anyone. This target they
I
put
saw
on
mushed
their
him with
backs
the ball is crazy. He mushed him with the
afraid to
ball
get
just
into it
now.
with
He said,
anyone.
"Nah, hold on."
This target they put on their backs also means teams will engage with the Grizzlies first.
Wow.
Think about the first round, Timberwolves versus Grizzlies. Karl Anthony Towns saying, "We in Minnesota now," because of all the Grizzlies talk in their first 2 games at home. Now, this was while he was mic'd up talking to his teammates, and players when talking to their teammates are probably saying things 100 times worse than whatever we hear. Cat didn't call him out directly, but he might have realized that they would hear it, but they choked badly, and Ja ended all the talk with one response. Damn. When Jordan Clarkson hit Desmond Bane's head, Jaren Jackson Jr. was walking towards him, and Clarkson pressed the square up emote. He got ejected, and Bane went on JJ's podcast and said,
I think he's like 0-4 so far. 4 square ups, no punches.
Hey, this is just funny. Are the Grizzlies petty too? Yeah. All what I've mentioned so far happened in only the past year and a half, and it's only continuing. In December, Shannon Sharpe echoed the sentiments we're all thinking.
The Grizzlies do a lot of talking for his team that's not won anything.
And 1 month later, Shannon in his cardigan drip was courtside for a Lakers-Grizzlies game. Dillon Brooks was guarding LeBron, and Shannon said he couldn't guard him in a non-PC way. Dillon cursed back at him, Ja came over, Steven Adams came in between, and as Shannon was getting escorted out, Ja's dad T. Morant also started talking, but according to Shannon, they didn't want the smoke. T and Shannon hugged out afterwards. The Lakers came back and won, but Dillon called Shannon a NFL Hall of Famer a pedestrian. Shannon Sharpe won 2 Super Bowls, more championships than you've been to the conference final. Shannon in class act came out and apologized. Dillon Brooks, public menace, stood by his words. Now Dillon successfully annoyed another player, and that's Donovan Mitchell. He tried to hit them family jewels.
This was crazy.
This fight could have been a whole lot worse, but what a tackle by the Grizzlies coach. I feel bad for Steven Adams. Man is always out there protecting his teammates, breaking up fights that he didn't even start. W teammate, I can't believe this many incidents have already happened. At this rate, it's similar to the Suns, but without even making the finals. With the Suns, they made the finals and it got to their heads. With the Grizzlies, they just arrived and already dismissed half the NBA's playoff teams publicly. I'm not sure what's going on with teams feeling like they're already a dynasty without winning. Maybe because they've seen teams like the Warriors, Cavs, and Spurs in the past decade dominate, make multiple finals, win championships, and believe that they're on the same level since they are a good team. But those teams are all-time teams, not just your regular good team. And unless you have god-tier talent like Kobe and Shaq, or have already been champions with god-tier talent like Jordan, being problematic can derail everything. I always want every team and every player to reach their full potential. The Grizzlies, with their antics, are making it hard and hard to root for them. But that's not really the problem, it's whether their attitude is actually getting in their own way. Because the Grizzlies have all the tools to be a good team, to have a deep playoff run. I just hope that whatever all this is doesn't hurt who they can be. The all-day notification shout goes to William. Thanks for the all-day support. And if you want to know how Carmelo Anthony's worst nightmare is coming true,
and that's the end of this one, y'all. How the Grizzlies become the worst team in the NBA, or the most hated team in the NBA. I'm liking it. I'm liking what they're doing, man. Even though they're not winning too much, I like the confidence. I like the youngest having confidence. Youngest coming, not backing down, you know. But they got to come to play first. That's what comes first, coming to play, man. You know. But if you guys enjoyed this reaction, make sure you click on the last reaction on your screen right now. And I'm out of here, man. Word.